Good point. Count Torp, congratulations. You won the giveaway for this one. And guys, I need to know from you which last ship we're going to watch. Wooster, Yu Yang, Conquer, Zhao, Gearing, oh, we just did Gearing, so Harugumo then.
Is it ranked?
These are all ranked.
I think a Wooster would be nice. It's such a strong ship in my opinion right now.
Are we going to watch 10 minutes of a ship behind an island?
Is that what you guys want?
Harugumo might be interesting too.
Oh,
since
yeah.
it's the new one.
Maybe we should do
I
that
would
one.
also like, yeah.
Let's do Harugumo. Cantorp, let me know what kind of container you want. See, community contributor or anniversary. Please whisper me, and the same thing with whoever won the last raffle, so I kind of know. New raffle is open, ready to go. This will be the last game that we cover for the day, and then we're gonna call it quits. Alright guys, just give me a sec here as I load and get the codes and all that stuff out. Alright, so aside from balling and that sort of thing, anything else that you guys are seeing as a problem with this season?
Other than maybe just the burnout on tier 10.
Yeah.
From a structural perspective, I know why they did it, but I don't like the fact that they pushed tier 10 down to rank 15. I think that's too much, like too far.
I think tier 10 should start at 10, and then 5 you get 5s. That's a nice mix.
Okay. You guys like the change to the last year vocal being back to 12 instead of 10?
I guess it, in theory, improves the skill level of players above certain, after a few ranks over 12. It anticipates better than it would have taken.
Gotcha. Yeah, the tier 10 rank, the tier 10 burnout is definitely real. I agree. I guess one thing that's nice is I'm looking at this season as, for somebody who plays clan battles a ton and played, you know, pretty much only Moskva last season, maybe a few Zhaos and stuff, I'm looking at it as a chance to play a different ship that I didn't play at all, really, and to get to learn it and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that is a good point. I think it can serve as practice for the next season clan battles if you want to try a new ship or class focus.
I reached kind of the opposite conclusion about the clan battles thing. The way I end up playing every ship in ranked is just completely different than the way I have to play in clan battles, because I can't rely on people to do specific things that open up plays.
Yeah, that's true. Positioning wise, I would agree. I'm just talking though about like just getting accustomed to the guns, learning the ship's weaknesses, that sort of thing.
I don't know, I've owned all the tier 10s for a while, so they've kind of used to the guns.
Okay.
Haven't learned the tactics though.
Anybody else have any issues to bring up? I'd like to bring one up here, and that would be destroyers at YOLO and suicide, especially when they're low on health.
Yeah, they don't realize they're almost just as useful with full HP and barely no HP.
So how do you fix that as a player? Like, what kind of things can you do to try to prevent that from happening?
When you're the destroyer or when they're on your team?
When they're on your team.
Get better teammates.
Yeah, I think that's... I don't know what to do.
Cry on the forum?
Generally, if you see a destroyer trying that's suiciding in, it's already too late.
One of the things that's kind of worked for me, and this is me, so it might not work for everybody, but is communicating with that destroyer, and when I'm playing cruiser, trying to get the destroyer to stick with me and say things like, hey, you're low health, Minotaur's got radar, get behind me, let me detect the Minotaur first, so that he radars me instead of the destroyer and stuff like that. And for some people, you can reason with them and get them to do that, of course. And some people you can't, right? But I've had pretty good success with saying things like, hey, I'm going to work with you, Destroyer, because so many people, when they play Destroyer, they just simply hate, no support. Oh my god, nobody was here to help me, blah, blah, blah. You guys are a bunch of jerks. So if I'm telling somebody I'm with them, and I'm asking them stay within 2 or 3 kilometers of me so we can work together as a team, I often find really good results that way.
So I'm not really clear what the other team's gearing is doing right now.
Suiciding.
Yeah, like I think he's doing what you just said.
So Exhibit A.
Well, he's trying to scout for his team, which has all decided to ball up at C-Cap. And now he's detected by, I'm guessing that's Kurfürst Hydro.
Pretty
out
hard
running a
to
smoke,
scout
too.
from behind islands. Just my experience, though.
Mm-hmm.
Get a bigger periscope.
Is that the new upgrade I'm seeing?
What new upgrade? What do you mean?
In order to spot ships behind islands, I might need a periscope upgrade.
Oh. There we got Zaltorps coming in. Remember, Zal is 12 kilometers now, which wasn't that way last season of Ranked. Have you guys found yourselves seeing people getting surprised by that and stuff?
Oh god, yes, all day. My destroyers died as Altorps.
I didn't particularly notice that much, if at all.
All right, well, let's move on to the last question, I guess, and that would be any strategies that you guys have from this season of Ranked or Ranked in general, any tips, things that, people who are watching, maybe playing Ranked for the first time, that sort of thing. We talked a little bit about Wizardos earlier, but anything else that you guys can share?
I feel like if it's your first ranked season, it's all about just learning, getting the hang of it, how the caps work, knowing the map. Don't worry about getting, don't try to rank out. That's me particularly, at least.
I say learning the ship's roles is very important, because when people just don't know what to do, they either go to weird places that don't get anything done, or they YOLO and die. I don't, like I said, I'm looking at the red team right now, and this is the thing I fear seeing every game, where your team just balls up, doesn't know what to do until eventually, one at a time, they get impatient and run out. And you can kind of see it happening, right? Like the Kurfürst got impatient first. Well, the Gearing got impatient first. Then the Kurfürst got impatient. Zhao's trying to hold the flank, but he should actually be on the eye line if we were trying to hold the flank. And then these other two guys on the right now have decided that the play is to go flank, far on the right, and their other two ships in the middle are gonna be dead before they can do anything. So, I don't know, play roles, go to places that'll be useful. Don't be a lemming ball. I had an entire team trying to shove itself through the Sea of Fortune gap earlier today.
Nice.
Did it work?
It worked exactly as well as I thought it was gonna.
That would be a no?
That would be a no.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes people charge through this straight in Two Brothers and it works. Maybe they'd have the same idea. Anyways, if you're playing ranked, just know when to stop. Because because if you play for too long, or if you're just having too many bad matches, you're just going to be on tilt. You are probably not going to get your star, and you're just going to waste your time and just make it even more frustrating.
Yep, very true. That's why I like to take breaks. For me, it's like around 4 or 5 battles. Regardless, I have to step away because my mind is just so focused, and I'm so looking at the mini map. I'm thinking about sumo reloads, all that kind of stuff. Real quick, I want to pause here because I want to highlight something important I was going to mention, and that is you never in a destroyer open fire on a cruiser that's got radar when you're within radar distance and hope to survive that engagement. If you guys are seeing what I'm seeing here, oh boy.
Yes.
Are you sure he's not just charging the adrenaline rush for when that wooster continues to move away?
We shall find out.
It works just like the super meter in a fighting game, right?
And when you max out that meter, you can detonate the next ship.
Yep, the wooster kept running.
And he kept shooting.
Why? Yeah, okay. Oh, he's still shooting. Oh god. And here comes the island.
How not to play destroyers 101.
Yeah.
No, he might get away. He sent in the replay after all. This does not look like he's gonna get away.
And as the chat and Twitch comes up, Mr. 3OH mentions, yeah, he probably could have continued on the Zhao and just get a dead ship as opposed to what he did there. So, oh well.
There's no reason to chase. Like, you have A and B cap, you don't need C. Just take up hiding positions and watch them try and push into you and die. Or watch them do nothing and win anyways.
You see where that Conqueror is up by the AB line? That's actually a really good strategic position. Because if they try to push the outside B, which the Montana probably will, it's automatic broadside.
Can I go back to something about ranked?
Please do.
SAT just remind me of something. A lot of the bad things about it that I'm seeing, it's people that have the majority of the caps and they're winning by 1 or 2 ships, and yet they're still very aggressive.
Yep. Commence throw maneuver.
Yeah.
That's the
It's the first thing they teach you, right? How to throw.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I have to get my my death screenshot here.
But I mean, that's not to say that once you get 2 caps, you should either stop fighting or back up, right? What you should try to do is gain safe position.
Right. I
Out to
specifically
the
see-
sides, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see
but-
a lot of destroyers being still very aggressive.
Let them
for
come to
having
you.
the 2 caps. That's the point, in my opinion. They should just focus on spotting and zoning out other destroyers.
And that's a good point. Oftentimes what I see happening is when you've got the win secured, so to speak, in your mind, for one, it's easy to make that mistake as a player and say, oh, I got the win. I can afford to, make a stupid play here or there, right? I mean, here we see the player here, Counter Gambit or something, got himself killed because he's expecting the win. But look at what's happening. The Montana, I should say, is getting hardcore focused because now for some odd reason he's choosing to charge. The Moines are in positions where they can try to help, but they're so far back.
Is the Zhao shooting? You could just torp both of those Des Moines.
Mm-hmm. And getting back to, when you tell the players, right, like, okay guys, we got this, like, just survive. That's all you have to do is survive. What I find happening often is some players will do that. They'll pull back, but they'll pull way too far back. And then other players are like, nope, gotta secure the win, whatever. And so they go off chasing people. Those are the ones that get themselves killed, and the ones that are trying to survive are so far back that they can't do anything.
It's true.
Our victory is in sight.
Speaking of torps,
Did he report the Conqueror?
Don't know.
I think he did.
Yeah, well, Conqueror has sort of given up what would have been a good position on the B line. Now he's just sailing away from the fight.
Well, and again, here it is, right? All I have to do is win. But look, there's other players that have gone and gotten themselves killed. So now the Conqueror is turning south, saying, well, crap, now I have to go and, get back into this. At least that's my guess. We don't know what's going through everyone's minds.
Most likely.
But this Zhao, man, I mean, he's doing a great job of ensuring that the Des Moines are focused on him, while the Montana is going for a flank. Both Woosters are out there still in the live. We don't know where they are.
I'm not really sure what's spawning the Des Moines other than their own refusal to stop shooting.
Probably that. And, they're probably thinking they don't need a reposition because they've got the island there protecting them from Montana. Problem is we don't know where the southern Montana is, the one that's all the way was over at the 8 line.
That guy just went dark. He can't be any farther than the 8 line, probably 7 line. But the Wooster could be in radar position.
Yeah.
He could also be in raining position on the DMs, which I think have finally gone dark.
He might be ready to take B.
Oh, you're right. There he goes.
That's the thing about
I don't know why he's shooting, but there he goes.
that's the thing about Wooster, right? With that really low concealment. I mean, it's kind of like a Minotaur too, where you can call it a pocket destroyer or poor man's destroyer.
Both Des Moines just sat behind the rock for too long.
Yeah,
they were
they got
eventually going to
stuck.
get outflanked. They really like mating each other, don't they?
Is this where boosters come from?
And I mean, we see the result too, right? Like, uh-oh. This is not looking good.
Oh, here comes the crossfire.
So here's another lesson in ranked. You never ever say this is a win. You always never say it's a loss too, but you never say this is a win and I'm just gonna go, do something that gets myself killed. You can't afford to let yourself die as a player, because once you've done that, you're out for the rest of the game.
I don't think you should get in with the mentality to save a star.
Zhao should have gone quiet a long time ago. There's no reason for him to keep shooting.
Right.
Like he's trying to get those DMs to shoot him.
Let's say, the only thing I can think of that would justify what he's doing right now is that the 2 Des Moines are still falling for it.
Yeah, but it's actually turned the other way, since if he dies, then they will have. Then the Des Moines would actually been justified shooting at Zhao, and then they win on points.
Yeah, it looks like they might win all
But
the
they
points.
gotta be able to hit him first, which they haven't been able to.
And
Like
that,
Zhao played that
There he
well
goes.
until he did that.
Yeah,
That-
he was going fine until he didn't go dark.
yep. And I'll tell you what, that win, it's a win. A win is a win, right? But it didn't have to be that close. All right, guys, any final remarks on ranked as we end up our ranked chat here and close up shop for the week?
I think frustration is your biggest enemy. Doesn't matter what your skill level is. So yeah, just try to find ways to stay calmer, and you do much better.
Take breaks. When you get frustrated, just take time off from the from rank.
Okay, anything else? All right, well, hey guys, thanks for coming in here and hanging out as always.
My pleasure.
It's good to be able to talk about the game with other people that, of course, are incredibly passionate and really care about it too. And as always, best of luck to all of you out there with ranked. Hope you guys are, everybody that's trying to rank up does so, and all that good stuff.
Roger.
Same with you.
Thanks. It's gonna be sadly I'm enjoying it, and I can't believe I'm saying that. But it is what it is.
Yeah, what is your secret, man?
I guess my secret is just laughing at the throws and laughing at the dumb plays, and also looking at the good plays. And I'm trying to be more positive this year. And what I mean by that is if I win and I gain a star, what I'm doing is I'm complimenting everybody above me on the end of the scoreboard, because in theory, of course they help take you up. Now I know spotting, tanking helps and doesn't get rewarded, whatever. But to me though, I'm trying to make it feel like it's less about me and more about the team working together, jiving and gelling. And I just feel like if I'm able to do that, I'm feeling better about the way things work. Yeah, Predator said that exactly. The right mindset. That's the whole idea. Yep. All right. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out again. We're down at 2 hours 15 minutes here, a little bit longer than planned, but that's okay. And I'm off to go and take a break from this and maybe come back and do some more ranked. We'll see.
Roger.
Yep. Have a good Labor Day weekend, everybody.
Take care.
Yeah, have a good one.
See ya.
All right. See you guys.